Welcome back to another video, guys. If you remember last time, well, around a week ago at least, I made a poll saying DDLC vid or nah. And that poll had more votes going towards yes than no. So, here it is. Now, this is going to be a multiple part series, so you're not going to be able to see it all. Because I'm not skipping no text. So, deal with it. Ha ha. Anyways, yeah, that's how it's gonna go. So, let's begin. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. I'm not easily disturbed. Boo, this boring part. Here, why now? I don't want any spoilers. Alright, time to sell my soul to Monica. Keep in mind, this is a horror game, not whatever you think it is. What should I name myself? Chat, what do you think I should name myself? Rate my name out of 10. I'm just gonna go with my channel name because I'm boring. I'm boring, so I'm using my channel name. Like a normal, boring person. My girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today. But it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk around schools on a day like this. But starting high school, she'd oversleep more and more frequently. And I would get tired of waiting up. If she's gonna chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sign idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again. But I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. By the way, I'm not doing any voices. If you expect me to do voices, that's a big no-no. You say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, TFZ. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets were increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. Why'd I have to use commute? That's a boring, nerdy word. By the way, TFZ, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me that you'd join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did, in one of our very many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a bit much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending free time in games and anime. I was talking about how worried I am that you won't learn to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I died to thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright. Really, though, if you keep on oversleeping, you're the one who needs to be worried about. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relevant to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Siri wants me to check out some clubs. Also, why is the text so small in this game? I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori. Sayori must have come from the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. Honestly, skill issue, I would have left already. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's gonna make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in the literature. I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Boring? Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyways? Well, I kind of told the club yesterday I'll bring in a new member. Also, I'm the first choice. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Ooh, cupcakes. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is that much of an airhead or if she's cunning as to have planned all this out. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. More like I sold my soul to Monica. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the hall and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Yeah, as if I rarely visit upstairs. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I never agreed to join this. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You're about a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. That's racist towards me. I took that very offensive. Ah, TFZ, what a nice surprise. How'd she know my name? Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. What are you looking at? I'm looking at how short you are. If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, and turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? How do I already know this lady? I haven't even talked to her yet. That's right. It's great to see you again, DDLC. I don't know this lady. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Finally, I get some lore on why I know this lady. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely feels a little. But you too, Monica. Come sit down, TFZ. We made a room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Greedy. Sorry, I get a little too excited. How do you get excited over cupcakes? Are you that hungry? Jeez, even I'm not that hungry. Then, how about I make some tea as well? We got a buffet over here in this classroom. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so there is one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of their room where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Whoa. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing, and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry up and take one. Sayori grabs them first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full and has barely managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Why am I doing this so complex? Like, it's just a cupcake. Like, take a bite. I don't need to be doing math over here. I am not Albert Einstein. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. Why did it take me so long to bite in the first place? Like, it's just a cupcake. It should not take that long. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. By the way, I'm not doing any voices. I'm going to keep the same exact tone the entire time. So that's why I sound like that. Why are you thanking me? It's not like Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything. I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for, you know, you, dummy. Rude. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. Ah, here's the dessert. Do you keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Yeah, sure. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea make you enjoy a good book? I don't read. Why would I need tea? I don't like tea anyways. I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, teen reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so that's okay. Don't be embarrassed. I already feel embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be the board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make it something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to start something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah, we'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they're all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. I feel guilty now. Though I still don't really know if I can keep up their level of enthusiasm about literature. So TFZ, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Why can't it be three-quarters joking or something? Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the room at her teacup with her finger. My favorite activities are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can be so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? This feels like foreshadowing. I'm not sure. Very suspicious of this. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. That'd be offensive to the rocks. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looked like you were writing a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud, and give that back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything is just as cute as you are. Siri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Because I'm lazy and I want to write my own poems. That's why I think it's impressive. Because my dude's very lazy. Why'd I have to be so lazy? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the desperate reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri will look quizzically at Monaco. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it. Plus, now that you're a new member, you can help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, TFC? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Siri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I'll lose my train of thought. All four girls stare at me with dejected eyes. Doki Doki depression time. I'm defenseless against these girls. They look like they have depression. I mean, one of them does, but we don't know that yet. You're not allowed to. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes lighten up. Yes, I'm so happy. Sarah wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came by for the cupcakes, I would have been super mad. Then that makes it official. Also, one final note. Any words I don't want to mention, I will be substituting. So don't think I'm rage baiting. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the Literature Club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Come on, go. Doki Doki lag. Monica looks over at me once more. TFC, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Who genuinely says chit-chat in 2026 other than a teacher? Hey TFZ, since we're already here, wanna walk home together? I am now saving. Oh, there's an autosave, never mind then. Well, that's the end of this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.